Good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure to be with you today. I am Quentin Chovy. I'm the sales director of Spectrums Europe, and today I'll be presenting you the exciting new perspective for the cosmetic industry with a new ingredient, CBD. I'll start with a very brief introduction. So, today, new studies reveal the presence and importance of the endocannabinoid system in the skin. That system is linked to a very well-known plant, and that will tell a lot today, the hemp plant. This is one of the most ancient plants across world cultures and traditions. That plant contains what we call cannabinoids, phytocannabinoids, and CBD is one of them. And this is the one of importance today. A THC-free and non-psychoactive compound, which is now being documented for its protective, soothing, and regenerative properties. That is the plan that we'll follow today. What is CBD and how it works? Then we'll talk about the compliance and use of CBD in cosmetics, which I'm sure is what you hear today. And I'll end up telling you why Spectrums Europe should be your reliable and trusted partners to help you through CBD. First of all, very brief introduction about CBD. So CBD stands for cannabidiol. It comes from the hemp plant. It is a phytocannabinoid and one of around 110 of them. We've got different cannabinoids and minor and majors. The most known one, the majors, are CBD, THC. The THC is a psychotrope one, which is illegal above certain limits. In order to be compliant, the CBD must come from the cannabis sativa oil plant. That plant needs to be registered with the EU and contain less than 0.2% of THC, according to the law. That is, and we need to underline that, only in the plant. And we'll see that this threshold is very different in the finished product. I'd like to underline something now. The EC system. That is very important. The endocannabinoid system is a set of cellular receptors and molecules located in our body. Cannabinoids receptors are proteins, and they receive chemical signals from outside the cell. They are located all throughout our body, brain, gut, nervous system, and also interacted with the skin. The main ones that we know are the CB1 receptors, CB2 receptors, and TR1s. They work with cannabinoids. We've got the endocannabinoids, which are the molecules produced by the body that bind to these receptors. And we've got other natural ones, that we call phytocannabinoids, like CBD, that interact also with the system and with these receptors. But these ones, they come from natural source and a plant, like the hemp one. The ECS, the endocannabinoid system, is said to be at the origin of the homeostasis. What is it? It's a regulatory process that allows the body to maintain normal functioning. Now, we'll go through the CBD in cosmetics, and more especially now, we'll put some light on regulatory. So, following the Single Convention on Narcotic Drugs of New York of 1961, narcotics are forbidden in cosmetics products. And that is also at the entry 306 of the EC regulation of 2009. What does that mean? That means that compliance with CBD means that the cannabidiol can only come from certain parts of the plant. Stems, stalks, leaves, but also seeds. But that excludes the fruiting tops that are for the natural side. It also means that the CBD can come from synthetic source. That being said, we can tell you that the INCI is also defined, and you've got different one. You've got the one that Spectrums Europe uses, which is cannabidiol, that can be used for natural products derived from these certain parts and allowed parts of the plants. but it can also be used for synthetic products. You've also got another INCI which is defined, cannabis sativa leaf extract. What it means is that your cannabidiol, or no matter the form of it, needs to come from the leaves of the plant. As I'm sure you're aware, there are different cases or particular cases. The one of France is very well known. In France, CBD, natural one, can only come from stems, stalks, and seeds of the plants. The plant can only be up to 0.2% of THC, and the finished products cannot contain any trace of THC. Japan is also very close to France. It can only come from stems and stalks, but from the mature plants of hemp, and below 0.2% of THC as well in that plant, with a finished product not containing any trace of THC, any detectable trace. China is a very important case as well. In the IECIC, which is the equivalent of INCI in Europe, it is said that the CBD can only come from leaves with a plant below 0.2% of THC, without any THC allowed and detected in the finished product. And that is very important to underline. That difference between the allowed amount of THC in the plant and the unallowed amount of THC in the finished product. Now, I'd like to underline a very important difference between two very different products: synthetic products and natural products, of course related to CBD. As you may know, cannabidiol has 3 asymmetric carbons, which induces in chemical synthesis the formation of 8 enantiomers in equal amounts. What does that mean? So, for synthetic products, we have no background, nothing is studied or anything. We've got no information over these 7 other enantiomers. In the case that these 7 enantiomers that does not work, or work very few over the receptors CB1 and CB2, synthetic CBD would have an efficiency of only 12.5% compared to natural CBD. In addition to that, as we've analyzed in the past, there are possible traces of THC. And of course, one very important thing is that synthetic CBD is more expensive in most of cases. Now, regarding natural CBD, we've got years of utilization across various industries of that plant. France is one of the most known producers of hemp, as well as China is, also the United States of America. Natural CBD only contains 1 enantiomer, and we also got studies with clear body absorption, contrary to synthetic products. And one, of course, key driver is the market orientation. Today, in our society and on the cosmetic markets and industry, people are looking more and more for natural product. They want to know that their product comes from natural sources, and that is very important to underline. So now we'll see that there is a wide range of use for CBD. First, we'll see the cutaneous physiological properties of CBD. There is the regulation of keratinocytes and differentiation mechanisms, of course, but also the protection against skin damage caused by free radicals. Of course, CBD has different properties, or what we can also name claims. We're studying at spectrums and that are tests which are in progress, the antiseptic side, which is thanks to terpenes. Very important to underline. But there is also a soothing activity, and that also what we're being testing. We are doing efficiency tests in vivo with urethans regarding that effect. That effect with also moisturizing potential effect. We will have the results for both our CBD isolate and our broad spectrum hemp extract of that study around November. So we'll be able to provide our clients with these studies. There is also, like in the catalog of the EU, the two allowed claims, which are antioxidant and antiseboric. Now, there is a recommended dosage, and that's a question that any lab or any client we have in cosmetics is asking us. Of course, we've pursued toxicological analysis of our products with urethans. According to them, we are with a total safety, and we've of course pursued the safety tests, and we've done them with a company called CTI Biotech in France, in vitro, and through these tests we're able to tell you that CBD is safe with range between 0.1% and 1%. Now we'll be able to tell you a totally finalized amount and recommended dosage through the testing and efficiency testing we're pursuing. CBD has recommended cosmetic formulations. As you may know, CBD does not work well with water. It works perfectly and it is soluble with alcohol or oils. So it can be used in oil in water or water in oil emulsions, or also oily oils or gels. In that way, you can make different range of products and different cosmetic products. This is a non-exhaustive list. You can do protective day cream or emulsions, but also regenerating night creams or after-sun oils for face or body. But you can also see on the market different kinds of body lotions, gel balms, but also shampoos. And we'll be able to help you through your R&D without any issue. Now, we'll go through the part why Spectrums Europe should be your trusted partners in order to help you through CBD and cosmetics. I'll start with a very brief history of Spectrums Europe. Spectrums Europe was created in 2018. The aim for the founders was to supply CBD to the European market in total transparency, which was at that time, and also today unfortunately, what the market was lacking. Throughout 2019, Spectrums Europe has opened new markets, opening new industries like the cosmetic one and the one we've been present all along. And our aim is to bring to our clients all required compliance and data. We've created different partnerships also through this year, building Spectrum Labs in the United States, but also with strategic partners across the globe, like in Japan or across Europe. Now we've been entering with strategies new industries as well, thanks to new certifications that I'll tell you about later, and building compliance to open markets. Now we're in 39 countries across the globe, not only in the cosmetic industry, but also in the nutraceutical industry, which is a very key market for the future regarding especially novel food, a process that we're going through right now in order to open and be one of the only in Europe to be able to do, opening for the nutraceutical industry. So what is the key point of Spectrums Europe? Who are we? We are bulk raw ingredients manufacturer and distributor. We've got 50,000 square feet greenhouse for seeding developments in the United States. We also have 600 acres of industrial hemp that we grow in 2019, with a potential of 2,000 acres in the year 2021. We're working with experienced people, especially on the cultivation side. We partner with our master growers are certified ones, and some of them were named USA Grower of the Year in 2018. Not only do we grow CBD, but we're also growing different cannabinoids like CBG or CBN. Now, as you can see on the picture, we've got a 40,000 square feet facility, which is based in Minnesota. In this facility, we're extracting with CO2 and ethanol, with a potential of 200 kilos per day of CBD isolate, and 150 kilos per day of broad-spectrum hemp extract, 85% CBD. These two products are the main ones which are being used in the cosmetic industry for cosmetic products. In our facility, we also have up to 2,000 acres of storage and drying. We also, and that is very important to underline, we keep complete traceability of all our batches of biomass. And that is the full traceability, our target. Now, we're producing different types of raw ingredients. The first one, the main ones, which are the isolated cannabinoids, CBD, under powder form, which is pure at more than 99%, but also CBG isolate. These two products are non-detected on THC and liposoluble. Our extraction and purification method also uses an exclusive technology that preserves all the phytocannabinoids, but also terpenes, lipids, while removing THC and undesirable chlorophyll. And that is more for the extract side. We've got our broad spectrum hemp extract, 85%, that you can see on the picture, which is non-detectable on THC and also liposoluble. So you've got different potentialities to use the CBD molecule. Now, and I'll be focusing that a bit longer, I'll be introducing you our core values and the certification that I've talked about along my video. The main core value we have, and that everyone should have, is transparency. From our field to your door, we control the logistic flows. We'll show you everything we do. We'll provide you with any document and every analysis that we've pursued in order for you to feel comfortable with working with us. We work in total conformity. Since all industries are different, we aim at bringing conformity as far as we can. Now, and that is also very important, we're bringing you quality. All our products undergo strict testing at first the United States where we produce and in France. We're working on providing analysis on cannabinoid profile, but also microbiologicals, chemicals, pesticides, heavy metals. We've done the safety tests, as I told about earlier, but we're also doing different testing, like the OCDE 487. This is for the micronucleus, and this is an in vitro test. We'll have the results in November. And at the end of October of this month, we'll get the results of our AMES test that are very important for these ingredients. So quality is something that we're very looking forward to provide you. And that's what we've been working with Eurofins all along in order to bring you that. But quality also rhymes with integrity. In our industry, the CBD and cannabis one, we aim, and Spectrum Europe aims at building trust and remaining true to our clients. And that is key in order to build partnerships. So here are the certifications I've been telling you about. The first one, which is one of the most important ones, is regarding our manufacturing processes. We're GMP certified, meaning that we're certified on our processes of manufacture, which is very important. I've been telling you that we've been working with Eurofins a lot, and they gave us the cosmetic grade for our product, stating that our raw ingredients are safe and that you can use them in your finished product and for your formulations. In addition to that, we've been approved by HACosmed on our raw ingredients. We're HACosmed approved on our CBD isolates, but all different isolates, but also the CBG, and also our broad spectrum hemp extract. So whether you prefer to work with a white powder, a powder form, or a more oily form, you've got the choice if the HACosmed certification is what you're looking for. In addition to that, and related to the naturality of the product, we are conformed to the ISO 16128 on the naturality. Very important too is the compliance with the worldwide regulations regarding THC. We guarantee you a 0.0% of THC in our raw ingredients. Also, last but not least, we're certified vegan on our raw ingredients. As well of conclusion, and I'll be brief on that, compliance for you and for any client or supplier must be key. You need to choose a supplier that can guide you with regulation and globally. That means that you need to choose someone, a trusted source with experience in that industry, bringing you transparency and quality, which are two elements that are very important if you're going to work with CBD. In that sense, you need to be using a raw ingredient with 0.0% of THC, something like Spectrum Zero can provide you. To that sense, you can also, and you need to ask COAs, but not only that, you need to be able to see the purity of your product. You need to see if there are any pesticides, heavy metals, and microbiology. You need to ask all of these tests coming from a certified third-party laboratory, and that is very important to underline. In that sense, here are the things that you need to avoid. You need to avoid brokers or sources which would be untransparent, not giving you the documentation that you need in order to use CBD in your formulations. You need to avoid synthetic products for the reasons we mentioned earlier. You need to avoid any product which would be non-certified, and you need to avoid any product which would be non-insured. In that sense, Spectrum Europe provides you a product liability insurance covering the use of the product. Well, that is all for today. Thank you for listening to me today. Do not hesitate if you have any questions. You can contact us either on our website or directly through my email that is right now onto your screen. We'll be very happy to answer any either R&D questions, simple or basic questions on CBD. Thank you for listening to me and have a great day.